Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I'm Jewel, and as you can see we're on the Jewel's Peaceful Valley map. Can't really see the buildings because we're so far away. I'm thinking of changing up some of this area here. So I kind of like the straighter road on this part. I'm gonna have the other stuff more out from this area, so I want it to be straighter. Um, so basically I'm gonna change some of this. Now remember when I made this I said I probably could change it because hadn't fully decided, but I was giving an example of kind of how I like to put a house and a shed. That's what those represent, a house and a shed, and then like a field. But I don't necessarily want the fields to necessarily be like that per se. That was an example. But I want this to be straighter here, and I notice how it falls on the road. So I was trying to get it the best way possible, and I like the way that the road would be on the top of this hill if I do straighten it, because then you have a good view here and there. So I think I'd prefer it being this far over. So I'm gonna try to make it and see how that goes. So that's what we're gonna work on right now, and maybe the campground area a little bit, or potentially. Alrighty, so let's look. Stuff's gonna get erased. And we will put houses, but we'll put them, like I say, where we see fit as we go, because that was more of an example. It wasn't no hard answer of where anything's got to be. So let's put it on the square brush, and we're going to hit Control R on the grass area, and we're going to take away this road. Make this bigger. We're going to take away this house squares. Sorry if you were set on that. And we're going to take away these because we're not going to do that. So things change when you're making a map. Alrighty. Now obviously all that was showing that there was going to be potentially fence, but not necessarily fence. Could have just been where I put the farmland, painted it down, but not necessarily, um, had fences necessarily. There'll be some fences, but I'm gonna probably not do a whole lot of fences around the fields per se. People usually don't like that, and if I do get to release the map, which is being made for me, but if I do release it, I'll try my best not to put too much fences if that's something y'all don't like. But we'll see. No promises that I release it. So that's the camp stuff, and I just stuck it over there to see how much we had, and I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the road, I guess. And this road may not be perfectly straight in itself, which would be rough. Let me go look at the front of it. Anyway, I hope you all having a good day, and I hope that if you haven't already subscribed, that you would consider subscribing. I make tutorials on how to do a lot of this. You can see the town right there. Everything looks, it's getting there. It's been being built up. There's a firehouse, you know, all kind of stuff. Gas station, laundromat. We gotta fix the road a little more, obviously. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump to this road. See, it looks pretty straight. We'll have to get any imperfections out when we do the road itself, like the road that's gonna lay on top of this. Okay, so we have an issue here. So it started messing up here. So I guess I need to add some to there. So we're gonna click off of this for now. We're going to click on to the brush for the painting. We're going to scroll the wheel down and make this go smaller. Click Control R on the dirt area and we'll fix that. Grab the dirt to fix this. Then grab the grass, Control R, put it over the grass. R is in Richard. And then do it like that. So now we can keep going with the road. See? We're trying to make sure it stays straight. That's the point. I don't mind straight. Some people don't like it. I like it on some of the main roads. See, this one's not straight, so it's not that I'm like, oh, it has to be straight. But I like it on the main roads because I want to get on across the map. I like to drive fast and be going and get to where I'm going. I don't like to be driving and driving. I like the game, but I don't like driving 30 minutes to get to somewhere. You know, it's nice if you just want to look at the scenery or whatever, and that's what the point is, if that's your point. But otherwise, I'm not interested in just driving and having to pay attention and deal with all that. I'd rather just get going and fly on through here. So, and all this has to be adjusted, obviously. I'm just drawing the line. Okay? So if you're new to the channel, I also make simulator gameplay, which I'll be making more of again in the future. But for now, I'm working on the map. But you can look back in my playlist, and I have simulator gameplay, ranch simulator, farming simulator, and that kind of thing. So check it out. Let me see. I'm gonna hit Control R on the dirt. We can roll this up, but sometimes it just don't. We'll try to get it to where it hits in the right spot where I don't have to keep moving. But sometimes it just, see, it still does it. So hopefully we can just get this painted straight to the end, and then decide. We'll have to mold the hills right, obviously. Okay. And that way there's some straight shots on the map that you can get on across the map without a lot of issue. And then the rest of the turns will be where they, wherever there needs to be a turn. Alright. I'll fix any imperfections in just a moment. But we should be doing alright here. Let's go ahead and click Control R and grab this grass to knock that off. Knock this off. And you can do it with spline, but like I say, since I'm working piece by piece, I'm really not concerned with that. I don't want to do a full, like, everything in at once on the roads, because I'm working as I go, like deciding things. So I'm really not worried about doing it like that, because I don't have my thought of where every road's going to be. Every single thing is, I'm going and doing what looks right as I go. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm not using the spline to paint thing. You can do that, and it'll paint it all at once. And you can do it to make the roads more level or angled, or however you wish to do it. I have a little bit of a playlist on some of that if you want to look back, but just showing you how to kind of do it. But I didn't necessarily do any roads. I don't like full roads on that to show on that example, but you can do that. I'm just not interested in doing that. I like to build it a little differently, because I'm trying to decide as I go where I'm putting things, where the road's really gonna go, So we're gonna have to fix this side real quick before we get too far. Alright. And let's move along. Okay, we'll be knocking that down just a hair when we get there, or we'll bring it up, and this will come up, and it'll be up higher, and this will slope a little further. Like, it'll be level with this and drag over level to that level, and then it'll slope. Okay, so I'll fix anything I need to fix as it goes. Okay, let's put it back on Control R, get the dirt again. Let's try to draw this on out. Okay, Control R. We'll fix it, don't worry. Control R. Control R. It'd be kind of neat is if you could put on the one button, on the right mouse button, a certain thing for the paint. Let me see. Let me see what we got here. Oh, I moved the little thing. Okay, we got replace. So you can put it on add or subtract, but like, you can see that it's on replace. Typically you have it on add when you're painting, but it will do it when you have it on replace. But typically it would be on add. But what I was going to say was, it'd be cool if they had it where it said dirt, left, grass, right, meaning the right mouse and left mouse, so that when you click the left mouse button at certain times, it'd be dirt. When you click the right mouse, it would be grass. You see what I'm saying? Just like they did this smooth and all this, I would like it if they would put it to where you could put the mouse button to grass, dirt, um, gravel, the main ones that you're going to use. You know, not necessarily every single thing, but you could have it in the options. But the main ones would be, you know, the default or whatever, and so you could have them where you'd be if you hit left mouse button's grass, right mouse button, and then I could just right, left, right whenever I needed to instead of changing it with the Control R feature. If you get what I'm saying, I think that would be cool. So we're just gonna move along, just trying to, you know, make it go faster. Like right now, this would be the left mouse button. Then I would hit the right mouse button, and it would be dirt again, without having to do the Control R feature, basically. Just something to speed things up a bit. Alright, so we're getting on down the road here. And Control R. Let's see if we can keep it straight. It's a little crooked there. We'll just have to clean it up. It's crooked a little bit. Alright, we gotta go back and clean it up. Let's first grab the grass. Control R. Clean this up. We'll clean all that up in a minute. Like I said, this part's changing, so don't panic. Everything changes. You know, as you go, you decide new things you want to do. Alright, let me see what we got here. Let's do grass. Is it on grass? I think it's on grass. Okay, let's clean this up. We gotta fix it. Alright, Control R. Shrink this back down. And there we go again. Alright. I'm gonna get in a little bit closer. There we go. So we can see better. Alright. Let's get moving. If you're new, go ahead and check out the playlist. You can see a lot of this being made or done or what have you. The XML work, you can see different things you need. So just look back. There's probably already a video about most of it. There's some of it that will be coming up soon in a video. And then there's some of it that's probably already been posted and you just hadn't seen it yet. So, you know, you have to watch through some of them because I have different things being spoken about throughout the video. So sometimes I'll be saying a tip, you know, somewhere in the middle of the video, and if you don't look at it and you think it's only one topic, it kind of goes into a little bit more of a topic on different things. So, you know, try to search out what your answer is, what I'm trying to say. I've had to do that before, where you just really pay attention and you'll find that the answer's already been said somewhere, but it's not necessarily titled that in a video. So you just got to look and dig for answers when you're trying to get to learn this stuff. And a lot of it I learned. Once I learned the basics, I kind of just learned by figuring this must be this way then. If that was that way, I just used kind of like just basic logic that, oh, well, this did this, so this must do that, and test things, and then you can find out a lot of answers that way. Just be careful, obviously, depending on what you're trying to do. You don't want to tear anything up. All right, and making sure this stayed straight. It looks like it did. And as you can see, it's on that hill I was talking about. And see that they can look down. It just gives a nice place where you're going to be looking and viewing the scenery around you, is what I'm trying to go for a little bit. And everything can change. Alright, let's get on down the road. Alright, let me clean this edge up. And we'll try to see about adding some, maybe adding some camp stuff. We might not have time, so we'll see. As you can see, the internet's not working right now. There's something wrong with my box. I don't know. I just bought that thing not that long ago. Paid decent money for it too, and I don't know. It's not working. So I might end up having to get another box. So right now the internet is out technically. Sometimes I can get it on and then it's back out again. So right now you can see that it's out. If this video posts at some point, obviously it came back on for a bit and I was able to post, but that don't mean I'm able to post every single second or or maybe it worked in the morning and didn't work after that. So I'm not avoiding, watching anybody's stuff or avoiding doing anything on here. It's just it's out right now. So I don't know what happened to the box. It was working fine and then suddenly it's just not working. Alright, let's clean up this edge. Alright. And we're getting close to where it's going to be at. So we'll see. Uh-oh. Are we running into trouble? Or I'm thinking it's supposed to go over. I hope. We'll see. Let's slide back up this way a little bit. Make sure we didn't get off track. Looks right. Alright, how close are we? Okay, we're getting there. Yep, right into where the camp place would have been. Alright, let's move on down this line. And get going. And try to not have too many. Alrighty, let's see. Make sure we get all this right here. And there we go. I'm gonna probably go all the way down. Like I said, the road is gonna change a lot. I may change it up here. I don't know exactly how I want to end it. So I'm just giving enough road there because I know I'm gonna at least have it straight because I like that. I like to be able to get on down the road. Okay, that's just me. Most people might not like that. Now I don't mind going through trails if it's in the back area and it's up a wooded area or it's, curving in other areas. I just, on the main straight shots, I want to get on across the map. Okay, so let me see. Now this, like I said, may change. I may do a curve. I may make it go off, like it went off into almost like a boat ramp area. Or I'm not sure how I want to end it. So this part is going to be subject to change. And I still got to fix this road too. So got a lot of road work to do. But I'm prepping it before I actually do this, the full road stuff, So let me see. Since this is obviously not going to be able to be like that, if the road comes here, we're going to have to take that away. So let's take that away. Doesn't mean we're taking the camp away. We're just getting that out of the way. Okay. All that out of the way. Now we're going to go back and grab this and keep going like so. Went too far. Alright, we'll fix that. Let's get on down to the ground again, because we got to see how far we are. Okay. We're going to at least run it to here or something till I decide if I'm going to curve it or not. And I can always do that later. How I end up doing it, we'll see. Alright, so this is coming along. And this needs to be taken away. Remember, all that road has to be adjusted to the level of the ground, so it's not going to be all crooked. That all has to be molded now. So we'll deal with that as we get there. There we go. Alright, so now, let me see, let's come on a little bit further. Like I said, I might make it be an end of the road where there's a boat ramp. There's a lot of that in places, typically. That's a normal thing. Or at least here it is. So let's get this cleared up here. We'll get that, don't worry. Alright. So, now we have it where it comes past the road. And if we decide to do a boat ramp, we can just have it right here, which isn't a bad spot. And it can also tilt, you know, if we have to, you know, however we need to do it. So this road we may just do a straight connect, or if I don't like it, we can do a turn. However we decide to do it later. So for now, I'm going to say, let's straighten this road up a bit because it's so messed up right here. I never did finish it. I'm thinking, I'm going to go ahead and copy Control R here. It's on replace. I put it on the sculpt mode. I'm going to go on and bring it over. And I'm going to change this up right here. I'm going to go enough past it that I have a flatter area right there. We're not going to take it all the way, so don't panic. Just up to there. Don't panic. Okay, just up to here. Whoops, I went too far. Now we got to undo. I don't want to go past that. So, go up to this edge piece, like so. And come just enough past here that this has a proper slope up to this. Then I can paint it and it have a straighter shot. We'll fix that in just a minute. Now this one, remember, it went up, and this is on a different level. See how this is? See, that goes up. So we're going to fix it to where that can still be up at that height. Okay, so what we're going to do is take that height here, Control R, and we're going to come over and say that it gets to that height. We're going to come up a little past it so that we can slope it in that way. Just like it is over here. See, like that? And now we're going to slope it there. So now it'll match the slope of that. If that makes sense to you. Okay, so that little slope here, which I hopefully didn't change too much. I do have to fix some of this, you can see. When I did that slope feature, I must have bumped it over there. But you get the point. We can touch up anything we need to. And then this needs to come on out the back. But right here, once we get to here, you can't see it good, but it starts to slope with that ground down till it's at that level. See? Okay. And now, let's go on and come up here. Make sure that we get this at this level. And we'll get that all at that level, a little further past it, not much, just a little bit. Just on the corners here. Match this up. So now, once it slopes up a bit, we're up there. And now we can make that a slope once we get to there and go up, and then make that go up to the next level. We'll paint it. It'll make more sense when we paint it. Let's go ahead and paint it. Clean this up. Let's just clean it all up. It's all a mess right now. Let's just see what we got here. Alright. We're going to paint road that's going to match up with here, supposedly. Oh, that was an accident. Sorry about that. Okay, let's turn this off a minute. Make sure I get hold of the dirt. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, Control R. Let's see if it went to the dirt. Yep. Now we're going to come down to here, and we're going to put the dirt, even though it's not necessarily going to be dirt. For now it is. Okay, now we got to make sure we get the size we want, depending on what I want the road size to be coming down this road. It's probably not going to be the biggest one. It's probably going to be similar to this one. So I'm going to measure this one out and head off in that direction and try to get it lined up properly. We're going to slope this and fix this as well. So what we're going to do is take this, make sure we got the dirt picked out. We're going to come up to the, let's see, try to get it to the size of this. And just go that way and see if we don't land in the right spot. See how close we are. And then we'll go take from that spot and bring it this way. Okay, so we were close. I don't know if I necessarily want it up against it. I mean, it's not going to hurt to have a little over from there, because, you know, what if we want a little grass there, like when they coming in. We might actually move it over a section and have that be grass section. Okay, so what we'll do then, if we're going to do that, get this Control R, get all this out of my way so I can see. Okay, and I'm going to make the grass section be the size of the road, essentially. So we'll have at least a section of grass that big. Then we're going to grab the road back again, and we're going to start the road about here. So that's going to be the example of where our road's going to be. So now we're going to take all this away up to there. Get all that out of the way, because this is going to go to grass as well. Bring it up to here, like so. So now we have an example of the width that we're going to have. So we should be able to follow this straight back to the road, if you get what I'm saying. And I'm not focused on this edge, I'm focused on this edge. So this is the edge I'm going to be following, if that makes sense to you. And then we're going to go back to the road, and we can worry about the other edge. Because all I want is this little strip of grass from the road, so that when you come in, there's that strip of grass in front of this area. If you get what I'm saying. This is the edge we're worried about keeping. So we're going to get rid of all that. Get it out of the way, because we're going to keep that as grass, like I said. And then we're going to move it over up to here. Okay, now this is, and the road will change according to whatever the width needs to be. Okay, we'll have to check that in a second. I'm going to paint it just to get the basics of it. We'll look at it and see if we're close or not close. This is the edge I'm going to follow. So we got off a hair, didn't we? Or did we? Yeah, we got off on that side a little bit. Okay, that's fine. I don't know how wide it's going to end up being, but we'll deal with that in a minute. We'll go ahead and slope this. First, let's Control R. Take that, make sure we get this all flat right there on that section. Okay. Straight across like so, and then slope. So now we have a proper slope coming up the hill to the place. We'll fix it as we go, like I said. It's not perfect yet. Let me try to make it a little closer though, so it makes more sense. So now you come up the hill, then you're there. Like so. But we'll fix it, fully as we go. Alright. Control R. We're going to keep coming along. I'm going to stick to this side and worry about that side later, because like I said, it may not be this wide, and I don't want to do all that and then have to change a bunch. So let's just stick to one side, and then we'll measure it after we get to the front. Alright. And then we can mold all this wherever it's not lined up right. Let me make sure that's situated. Yep. Sometimes it don't look right, but it actually is, so you just have to double check. Alright. Almost there. We're just going to follow this edge. Make sure it's the straight edge. We're going to get rid of this, so we get our straight edge the way we want it. Alright. Then we can decide the width and then go back up and fix the other side. But that's our straight edge. Now we got it. Now we just got to decide the width. I think that I've been doing, let me see what this looks like. I think it was 4.7. 4.5 maybe, 4.5 or 7. One or the other. It's hard to really tell. Either one should work. I'm gonna go 4.5, I guess. I don't know. Let me get over the top of it. So I can see. Yeah, pretty much. But it's not gonna paint that way. It's gonna be more like a painting of 4.7. I mean 4.47. So anyway. So that will be the same width. Let me jump over the top of it and just check it. Let's see what we got. Pretty much, it's a little bigger. At least it looks a little bigger. Yeah, we could take a smidgen off if we want. Like that, and say that that's the 4.5. But either way, the road will be subject to change. I'm giving it a little leeway, because when I make the actual road, it's going to be, whatever. I think I'm going to leave that section there, and that's going to be the width. And then we're going to go up and clean this up, and then we'll be done probably for this go round. This is going to clean up, and then that way we have a boat ramp at the end of the straight shot, which don't go off into there if you're not paying attention. And then we can fix all this to whatever level we need it to be, probably up on this side to match this side. Then it'll go down a hill, and so on. Alright, so we're going to follow this, make sure it's straight, doesn't bump out anywhere. It kind of looks straight to me. It's hard to tell. Yeah. There's a little speck right there we need to clean up. Alright, let me keep going. That's all pretty good right there. Get over here and clean up some. Clean this up. And we're moving right along. It's a tedious thing. It depends on how you want to do it. And if you already know all of it, like I said, just do the spline thing. If you already know exactly how the road's going to look. Alright, go back up. Control R. Alright, let's get this grass here so we can get that out of the way. Now then. We'll wait till we get closer. We can't see over there very well. And we're moving right along. Trying to go a little quicker here. Clean up the edges. And clean this up. Alright. Let's move right along. As you can see. And we gotta fix that. Remember I said that slope had to come out completely across there. It's gotta be sloped, so at that point where this slope is. So basically you gotta take this whole level and bring it where that area is. Oop, put it on the wrong thing. Undo that. Take this area and bring it up, because we gotta slope it. And then it'll make the same slope as this area. It's supposed to be. Should have done it a while ago when I did it. I thought it did it. Maybe it didn't. Back off a little. Okay, it should be alright now. We'll fix anything. We still gotta fix all that later. But you get the point. So now that gets us up to the next level. As you can see, it goes down. See? Now we're going up. And just have to adjust the road some more. Clean it up some more. Get the grass again. Clean this up. Clean that up. And then we're pretty much going to call it episode when we get to the end of this, because we did nothing but roads. We'll have to do the campground stuff later, which is probably better so that you can have a full video of that, of just that mostly. Okay. Let's move on up a little. Almost to the end here. Control R on this. Knock all that off. Control R. Get this back. Because we went too far, just a hair. Oh, look at there. We went. It's tedious when you try to hurry, because you go too far. But that's part of it. There we go. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. And there's some I've answered, but I'm gonna make a video of. So stay tuned. I haven't forgot any of you. Some of them are gonna take up. I've got so much videos up, gotta upload, and then I got other stuff I was working on, so I just couldn't do everything all at once. So then I got internet stuff going on, so it's just not easy enough to just instantly do what you wanted. So stay tuned. Control R. Get rid of that. Clean this up to there. Control R. Alright, let's move on up. We'll fix the road. We're not worried about the road being fixed right now. We're gonna get this, clean this up, clean that up, clean this, get this over here, cause it's gonna keep going straight over there. Alright, cleaning this up. I'm just gonna take a big chunk out cause it'd be easier. Alright. That looks like it's okay. We gotta fix this little section. Okay. Grass, Control R, get the grass. Remember, the ground will change and fix all that when it does. So that won't be an issue. Once that changes, it should match the way it's supposed to. This one's over further, ain't it? Guess I gotta take away some grass over here, maybe. I think we got it. We'll see. We'll always fix it later if it's not. I think it is. And then we gotta go over here and fix the end, and we're gonna call it probably an episode there. Get this all squared away. Fix that. Clean this up, clean that up. Should be alright for now. I think we're good. I think I already did all that one straight, so we'll fix all that when the time comes. We're not worried about all this right now. But that's a little better. Gets us at least kinda going where we're gonna be going. Get some of this work done. So when I do the road, the actual road with the Spline Street Constructor or however I do it, it'll be ready. And again, I may change it and it may curve. I don't know. I don't think so. I like this part, but we'll see. Okay. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna call that an episode here. We're getting these roads ready. So then we'll adjust the ground and different things as we go. But I'm going to go ahead and call this episode. Hope you liked the video. Please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.